My name is Mutinta. I'm 40 years old. I did my bachelor's in human biology and then did a postgraduate certificate in project management, and after did a master's in international administration. Initially, when I did my bachelor's, I had plans to go into medicine, but then I did some work with NGOs, both local and international. And then after that, I guess the path to medical school wasn't as clear. So then I got a passion for business and went into the family business, so which I currently work at now as a general manager. So it's a hospitality business. I have 3 children. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Pain and heartache. Yeah, that's like a broad question. Pain and heartache. Okay. Well, I think, I don't know if my story is original, but I'll just talk about it the way it is. I had a lot of pain and heartache growing up. And then a lot of heartache, I think, came also from losing family members that were close to me. So I'm not very sure when, my issues with like abusing substances happened, like exactly, I can't pinpoint it, but it was definitely when I was in university. And so I believe that I started using, substances and, food as like, maybe a coping mechanism of like, okay, let me get through. I'm sure that's where it started, So that was, maybe the introduction of pain. First of all, she made me realize that I was in pain to begin with because I was completely in denial. I didn't even know that I had any issues. I was just like, oh, well, this is just life. I completely accepted that's how life was. So she made me acknowledge that I was in pain. She also introduced me to an addiction therapist, which was helpful because then he was able to deal with me in a certain line, which was maybe a little bit more specialized. A lot of just homework. At first, there was a lot of homework, like self-discovery, tasks, talking about, emotional abuse and what I had maybe been through in the past that was also reflecting in my current behavior. Also, I had a lot of issues with unhealthy thought patterns. I really used to just go to the worst possible scenario. So it used to be all consuming. And I was basically a recluse, So she helped me recognize all those things, and with the exercises that she gave me, it was a gradual step of recovery. It wasn't automatic, There was a lot of background work that had to be done in terms of my history with trauma that got me to a point where I felt or knew that I didn't need, alcohol or, cigarettes or whatever to feel like I could cope with whatever situation I was going through. Pain and heartache. The first one would be, don't lock yourself up, you are loved, you are appreciated, you are enough. Ask for help. There's always someone in your life who really wants to listen to you and be available for you, It's not the end. It might feel like you're gonna die, In that moment, you might feel like, oh God, the only thing that's left for me now is just to die. But I promise it's not the end. There is a better tomorrow. Reach out for help and you'll be able to get it. I haven't read it, so I don't know what it says, because Maria is a little bit risque sometimes. But on a serious note, I would recommend it, because she's been at the forefront of my healing, and I've seen firsthand how she works with people to help them heal. But she's not like, one of these type of therapists who are a saint. She'll call you out on your stuff. I was about to cuss, but sorry, I just realized this is for public consumption. But yes, she'll call you out, if you're, not acknowledging your issues. So she's not like a softie, so I think that was also helpful, because a lot of times we think, oh, we're just going to go to the therapist so that they can just, cuddle us and make us feel fuzzy and oh, you're safe yourself. Yeah, that's one way of looking at therapists, but therapy. But Maria is not that. I think she also gives you a lot of a mirror, if I may say, to look at yourself clearly and be okay, these are some of the things that you need to work on as an individual. This experience was not good and not conducive, but what did you bring to the table? So based on my work with her, I definitely would recommend the book.